Yo, listen to this. I was like in 5th grade, right? And the one day they had 6th graders, 7th graders, and 8th graders all in one gym. And we were in 5th grade. But that day was random. It was a random day. I don't know how we were in a gym class with 8th graders. Or whatever the case may be. But man, this one dude, I forgot his damn name. I seen him a couple months ago and shit. Like, we were talking and shit, laughing and shit. I forgot his fucking name. I gotta think about it. Dang, I can't think of his name. But man, this motherfucker was, he was a demon, man. Like, well, he was a bully. Man, used to be taking so he was taking the basketballs from the classmates that's in my class. And he kept taking their basketballs and shit, man. Like, just, you know, doing shit, throwing it at them like the shit was dodgeball or whatever. You know, shit, I wasn't saying nothing. Like, I was just sitting there and shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, one thing about me, like, I don't fear no one, but I just sit back. I just be a little nervous because I don't know if I'm gonna really fuck you up and halfway kill you, or if you're gonna really fuck me up and halfway kill me or whatever. So I just be worried about the outcome. Like, damn, I still could be here. I can go shopping this Friday at the mall. Shit, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it because of this fight or this altercation that's about to go down. So that's the way I think about shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't be scared. I just be like, damn, I'm gonna go get up, get my kids tomorrow. But and this motherfucker was taking basketballs left to right, man. Like, and no one wasn't saying shit, man. I'm just like, yo, hell no. And my mom always told me, she was like, you protect yourself. I don't give a damn how big someone is. You get your behind whooped, whatever the case may be. You win, you lose, whatever. People talking about you gonna get your behind whooped, or if you do get your behind whooped, you know, be strong. You know, man. So he tried to take my basketball and shit. Like, I was waiting for him. I'm like, man, hell no, you ain't taking my shit. So he attempted to take my shit, man. I had the basketball in my hand. Man, I yanked that shit out. I yanked it out of his hand. So this motherfucker talking about, let's go to the bathroom. So I'm like, shit, all right. And I was like 11 years old, 10, 11. He at least had to be like 13, about to turn 14, something like that. I'm like, all right, let's go in the bathroom. So he was walking in. He was sleeping on me, though. He probably like, man, he gonna try to run into the other room. Because, like, we had a bathroom, and then you open up the door, and you can go into the other room that led you into another room where there's basketballs were at and stuff like that. But you can get to it from the outside, too. Man, so homeboy walk in there. I'm behind him. He's walking. He's in front of me. Man, I just hit the fuck out of him. Man, he was taller than me too. So I jumped up, hit him in the back of his fucking head and shit like that, man. I got my hits in. And then he turned around, he started swinging off and shit. You know, we were fighting, like, dead ass. You know, I'm throwing a couple hits. He throwing a few hits and shit like that. Like, he was strong, like, on some real shit. He was strong as hell. You know, and then, like, you know, I'm protecting myself with the fists and shit. This motherfucker did a karate kick. I don't know where he got that shit from. The Karate Kid or something. Nigga just turned around 360 fast as fuck. And I remember this day because he had the Jordan 13s, the red Jordan 13s, something like that. This motherfucker jumped up. Man, he was like Jackie Chan. Like, he jumped up off his feet. It then spin. He spent in the air. Nigga just karate kicked me. Like, boom. And I went back. Like, I went flying. Like, yo, man, I flew into the lockers and shit. You know, I'm holding my fucking belly and shit. I'm holding that shit. Like, damn. I wanted to cry so damn bad, but I'm, you know, standing up for my classmates and shit, man, that were scared or whatever the case may be. They wouldn't speak up, so I'm taking up for them. It's like 23 of us in the class, so I'm taking up for 22 other people. Man, that motherfucker kicked me. I'm holding my fucking belly. Like, I'm just holding that shit like, man, that shit hurt. Even think about that shit. Getting kicked in the belly and shit just felt like my whole, everything was in my nutsack and shit. And just, oh man, that was a crazy feeling. But I'm sitting there and shit. He looking at me or whatever. Then he was like, man, he put his hand out and shit. I guess I got his respect or whatever the case may be. And he was like, man, shit, man, my bad, blah, blah, blah. He was like, yo, I remember this day, like yesterday. He was like, man, I respect you because you stood up to me. Shit like that, like you wasn't no punk or whatever the case may be. And then that dude became one of my good friends in that school year. Nobody didn't mess with me at all, which I didn't care if someone tried to mess with me. I would fight. I don't care. But man, shit, I got his respect, man. Like, it's not all about respect, getting someone respect or whatever, but it's just like sometimes friendships, you know, they come from weird situations or whatever. But that was an error. Like, if you fought somebody, you became friends. You know? Now, if you fight, you're not going to be friends because it's too many social media outlets and people. It's not going to be going for the embarrassment. You know, it's not about the embarrassment. It's about when you lose the fight and then people taunting you, that person just talking smack on social media like he or she is that one. And you really got to apply that pressure, knock their head off, if you feel what I'm saying. But that's one of the stories that happened to me. Well, that was created a long time ago. This at least had to be like, damn, 23 years ago. But I be looking back on that, man. That's one of the highlights of my life, though, when I was in grammar school. Man, I didn't think I was gonna make it, man, when that nigga kicked me, man. He kicked me hard as fuck, man. Nigga jumped up like a Karate Kid. Nigga, the look on his face is like, ugh. He was grunting while in mid-air. Nigga turned around, bah! I went flying, man. I was like, shit, skinny as fuck. I was like a fucking mop. You know, the mops that be all skinny and shit. I was like that with a big-ass block head. Yeah, my head went back first. My shit was big as fuck. But that shit was funny as hell thinking about that shit. I just had to share that with y'all, man. That's random, but I be laughing about that shit sometimes, man. The locker had a big-ass dent in it, too.